everybody, just going to do some work questions when it comes to the conversion between some metric units. So Carlene's calculated that to spread mulch to a depth of 5 centimetres, she needs to buy 800 centimetres cubed of mulch, but she wants it in cubic metres. So you're converting centimetres cubed to cubic metres. So hopefully you'll know that there's 100 centimetres in 1 metre. And because when you're talking about cube, you've got to go in all 3 dimensions. Hopefully you can do a nicer cube than me. But anyway, the point is you've got length, height, depth sort of thing, all 3 that you need to factor in. I should do a nicer cube than that. Yeah, that's a little bit hard with the stylus. Alright, yeah, you've got to factor in all 3 measurements, the depth, the height, the width. Therefore, it's actually going to be 100 times 100 times 100, which is going to be the difference between them. And that's going to be 6 zeros. So it's 1 million. And 6 zeros means that I've got to divide this number by 6 zeros, 10 to the 6, which means I've got to do 6 jumps. So my decimal, instead of being at the back here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going in front of the 8. So the answer is going to be 0.8 cubic meters. Okay, that's because there's 6 zeros and I'm multiplying by to go from one unit to the other. So it's 1,000,000 times smaller than the number, because 1,000,000 times bigger the unit of measurement. For the next one, it's just how many centimeters cubed and 1,089 meters cubed. This time we're going the other way. Instead of getting 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times smaller, we're going 1,000,000 times bigger, the number. If you've got 1,089, the decimal would normally be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The decimal is there at the back. And you draw these zeros. And then what I would do, I always like to make sure that I've spaced my numbers out with a comma between every 3. So it's a little bit clearer to see what the number is. So 1,089,000,000. 1,089,000,000,000 centimeters cubed. Quite a lot of cubic centimeters there. The pool, you need to convert liters to cubic meters for this one, and 1,000 liters equals 1 cubic meter. So that means that to go from liters to meters cubed, I've got to divide by 1,000, 12,000, divide by 1,000. I think you should just be able to see that there's going to be 12 as the answer. You can sort of deduct a 0 and stuff every time, and then you just get your answer of 12. So it's going to be 12 cubic meters. If you hadn't thought of it like this, just always know that dividing by 1,000, there's 3 zeros, means the decimal place has got to jump 3. 1, 2, 3. Number 12 is our answer. Alright, for number 7, Jared works in a factory that makes sugar cubes. Sugar cube with the size of a centimetre cubed is made from a milliliter of liquid sugar. And there's 5,000 cubes a day. How many milliliters of liquid sugar? Luckily for us, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And because you need 5,000 cubes, you need 5,000 mils of liquid sugar. I guess the working out exactly would be you need 5,000 of them, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So 5,000 times 1 equals 5,000 milliliters. Should be easy enough. Okay. Number 8. Olympic swimming pool has 2.5 megaliters of water. Hopefully from knowing megabytes from computers, you'll know that's a huge number because you've got bytes, and then 1,000 of those makes a kilobyte, and 1,000 of those makes a megabyte. So same for megaliters, huge number. Calculate the number of liters. So, like I said, 2.5 megaliters, I think it's capital for both, will equal 2,500 kilolitres, so 1,000 times as much, and there'll be another 1,000 times as much to go into litres. You have to move the decimal place across, which gives it another 3 zeros, litres. So 2.5 million litres is what it would be. Now, if you just knew that megalitre to litre, you've got to times by a million. That's 6 zeros. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my decimal place there. 1, 2, 3. And that's the exact same answer. Oops, I've got the dash in the wrong spot. Okay. Actually, is that right? I had it right before. I'm just confusing myself. 2.5 million. So yeah, make sure you don't forget your unit as well. Litres, just like we had up here. Alright, next one. A large truck carries around 10 kilolitres of fuel. Calculate how many litres of fuel a truck can carry. Again, should be fairly easy to go from kilolitre to litre. You've got to end up multiplying by 1,000. Kilo just sort of means 1,000. So just like from kilometre to metre, which is a lot more common that we use. So if you've got 10 and you've got to multiply that by 1,000, you should just be able to get 10,000. We won't need to do anything more for that one. Dash there and litres. Now the last one, maybe slightly trickier. You've got to convert from meters, or you've got a measurement here of kilometers and meters, and then you end up having to get it into megalitres. Now, the way I ended up doing it was first initially putting it into meters cubed. So I just did 1,000 across, because 1,000 meters across times another 1,000 times your depth of 562, and you end up getting 562 million. So that's cubic meters. And to go from cubic meters to megalitres, it's just 1,000 to 1. So if you divided this number by 1,000, which would mean disregarding 3 of the zeros, because there's 3 zeros in 1,000, you'd end up getting the answer of 562,000 megalitres. And megalitres is big M. So yeah, as always, it's just about turning the information you have into something you know and can use. So yeah, that's how you do these questions. If you've got any questions about anything I've done, just leave in the comments below. Thank you so much for your time.